Assalamu alaikum. I am Shaista Jumani, lecturer in chemistry. My topic of lecture is gases law from class first year and from college, government college for women. I want to describe first of all the properties of gases. Gases differ from solids and liquids in the following ways. First, a sample of gas assume both the shape and volume of the container. Secondly, gases are compressible. Thirdly, the density of gases are much smaller than those of liquids and solids and are highly variable depending on temperature and pressure. Fourth, gases form homogeneous mixture solutions with one another in any portion. Now, the gas laws. Number one, Boyle's law. Boyle's law states that pressure of a fixed amount of gas at constant temperature is inversely proportional to the volume of the gas. And this is the formula. V is inversely proportional with P. It means volume is inversely proportional with pressure, and these are some pictures which describe how volume is inversely proportional with pressure. Now P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2 at constant temperature. Problem. Say suppose calculate the volume of sample of gas at 5.75 atmosphere if it occupies 5.14 liter at 2.49 atmosphere. Assume constant temperature. Now the solution of this problem is that first step is that use the relationship below to solve for volume means V2. So the our actual formula of Boyle's law is P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. So first of all we rearrange this formula. So to find out the V2, V2 is equal to P1 multiplied with V1 and divided by P2. Now the value of P1 is from data is given 2.49 atmosphere, which is multiplied with 5.14 liter and divided by 5.75 atmosphere, which is P2. So the solution of this is 2.26 liter answer. Now second problem is if a skin diver takes a breath at the surface, filling his lungs with 5.82 liter of air, what volume will the air in his lungs occupy when he dives to a depth where the pressure of 1.92 atmosphere? Assume constant temperature and that the pressure at the surface is exactly 1 atmosphere. Now the solution of this problem or strategy will be P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. To solve for V2, so we rearrange same method. The solution will be P1 will equal to 1.00 atmosphere and V1 will equal to 5.82 liter and P2 will be 1.92 atmosphere. So the formula of this problem will be V2 is equal to P1 multiply with V1 and divided by P2. So putting these value in this formula 1.00 atmosphere multiply with 5.82 liter divided by 1.92 atmosphere. So the whole the calculation, the answer will be 3.03 liter. Now think about it. At high pressure, the volume should be smaller. Therefore, the answer makes sense of Boyle's law. Now another case laws will be Charles law and Gay-Lussac's law, or simply we say Charles law, which states that the volume of gas maintained at constant pressure is directly proportional to the absolute temperature of the gas. So this is the example of two balloons. One balloon have higher temperature which is filled up with gas, and another balloon is with a lower temperature which is squeeze. Now the gas laws shows that Charles law and Cayley's law are simply the Charles law states that volume of gas maintained at constant pressure is directly proportional to the absolute temperature of the gas. So V is directly proportional with T. It means volume is directly proportional with absolute temperature. Now at constant pressure, V1 upon T1 is equal to V2 upon T2. Now these are the two graphs which are given or which are described the Charles law and Gay-Lussac's law, in which temperature is arranged in the horizontal form and volume is arranged in the vertical column. So the temperature volume is directly proportional with temperature. Where the volume is increased, then automatically temperature will also increase in graph A. Now in graph second B, that volume is arbitrary. Now the temperature is arranged in the horizontal column also, and volume is also arranged in the vertical column. So in that sense, when volume is increased, then temperature will also increase. It means, which tells about the sense of Charles law and Gay-Lussac's laws, that the volume is directly proportional with temperature. Now the problem is related to gas law. Suppose a sample of argon gas that originally occupied 14.6 liter at 25 degrees centigrade was heated to 50 degrees centigrade at constant pressure. What its new volume? Now the solution or formula of this problem is that V1 upon T1 is equal to V2 upon T2. To solve for V2, so remember that temperature must be expressed in Kelvin. Now in the solution, first of all we should convert temperature. T1 is equal to in Kelvin 20 298.15 Kelvin, and V1 is equal to 14.6 liter, and T2 is equal to 323.15 Kelvin. Now now the first of all we rearrange V2 from this formula, actual formula, which is V1 upon T1 is equal to V2 upon T2. So V2 is equal to V1 multiply with T2 divided by T1, and putting these values in this formula, V1 is equal to 14.6 liter and multiply with 323.15 Kelvin, which is divided by 298.15 Kelvin. So the solve this problem, all calculation, then answer will be 15.8 liter. So all over the problem, we think about that when temperature increase at constant pressure, the volume of the gas simple increase. Now the gas law, another gas law will be Avogadro's law, which states that volume of sample of gas is directly proportional to the number of moles in the sample at constant temperature and pressure. V is directly proportional with N. V indicate the volume and N indicate the number of moles. So V1 upon N1 is equal to V2 upon N2 at constant temperature and pressure. Now these are the representation of hydrogen gas. Three molecules of hydrogen gas and which is combined with two molecules of nitrogen gas to produce ammonia gas. The formula of ammonia gas is NH3. These are two molecules. Now three molecules of hydrogen gas combined with one molecule of nitrogen gas give two molecules of ammonia gas, and 3 moles of hydrogen gas and one molecule of nitrogen gas combined to give 2 moles also. And also the 3 volume of hydrogen gas when added to 1 volume of nitrogen gas give 2 volume of ammonia gas. Now the problem of this gas law related is Avogadro's law. Say suppose a sample of gas originally occupies 29.1 liter at 0.0 degree. What its new volume when it is heated to 15.0 degree centigrade? Assume constant pressure. The solution in first step will be use the relationship below to solve for V2. Remember that temperature must be expressed in Kelvin. So the formula of this law will be V1 upon T1 is equal to V2 upon T2. So V2 is unknown. We find V2 from this formula. So rearrange this formula. V1 in multiply with V2 divided by T1. So putting these values in this formula, the value of V1 will be 29.1 liter from data and multiply with 288.15 Kelvin divided by 273.15 Kelvin, which is equal to 13.7 liter. These are the some samples of gas laws which shows that say suppose one sample is at lower temperature, pressure will be decrease. A cooling at constant volume, pressure decreases. And second container shows that P is equal to nR upon V multiply with T. nR upon V is constant. It means by increasing temperature, pressure will increase in third container. So heating at constant volume, pressure increases. Secondly, cooling at constant pressure, volume decreases. Now, heating at constant pressure, volume increases. Gases law combine when gas laws combine to give general gas law. Combined gas law can be used to solve problem when any or all the variable changes. P1 V1 upon N1 T1 is equal to P2 V2 upon N2 T2. Gas laws. The volumes of bubble starting at the bottom of the lake or at 4.55 degrees centigrade increases by a factor of 10 as it rises to the surface where the temperature is 18.45 degrees centigrade and the air pressure is 0.965 atmosphere. Assume the density of the lake water is 1.00 gram per milliliter. Determine the depth of the lake. Solution in first step. Use the combined gas law to find the pressure at the bottom of the lake. Assume constant moles of the gas. Now the general formula of the gas law will be P1 V1 upon N1 T1 is equal to P2 V2 upon N2 T2. Now rearrange this formula. P1 is unknown, so we find P1 from this formula. So P1 is equal to P2 V2 T1 upon T2 V1. So putting these values in this formula, P2 is equal to 0.965 atmosphere and N and 10 is V1 and 277.7 Kelvin is temperature T1 divided by 90 291.6 Kelvin multiply with V1. So we calculate all these values 9, which is equal to 9.19 atmosphere. The ideal gas equation is that the gas law can be combined into a general equation that describe the physical behavior of all gases. So combinedly, these all three laws, Boyle's law, Charles' law, and Avogadro's law, we find ideal gas equation. So volume is inversely proportional with pressure according to Boyle's law, and volume is directly proportional with temperature according to Charles' law, and volume is directly proportional with number of moles according to Avogadro's law. So the ideal gas equation describes the relationship among the four variables: pressure, volume, number of moles, and temperature. So the whole equation will be rearranged. PV is equal to nRT. An ideal gas is a hypothetical sample of gas whose pressure, volume, temperature behavior is predicted accurately by the ideal gas equation. Ideal gas equation Ideal gas equation is the gas constant, which is denoted by R. Is proportionally constant and its value and units depend on the unit in which pressure and V are expressed. PV is equal to nRT. So from the table, the value of R is given in different numerical values such as various equivalent expressions of the gas constant R, and numerical value of R will be 0.08206 and its unit is liter multiplied with atmosphere per Kelvin into mole inverse. And another value of R will be 62.36. Its unit is liter into tar inversely Kelvin into mole. And another value is 0.08314. Its unit is equal to liter into bar inverse related to the Kelvin into mole inverse. Another value of R is 8.314, which is equal to m cube and Pascal inverse related to the Kelvin into mole. Another value is 8.314, which is its unit is equal to joule per Kelvin mole. And another value is 1.987, which is equal to Kelvin per mole, Kelvin per calorie per Kelvin into mole. These all are values of R in table. Another last in the problem will be the calculate the volume of the mole of ideal gas at room temperature 25 degrees centigrade and 1 atmosphere. Strategy is that convert the temperature in centigrade to kelvins and use the ideal gas equation to solve the unknown volume. Now the solution will be data given that Rn is equal to 1 mole and temperature is equal to 298.15 Kelvin and pressure is equal to 1.00 atmosphere. Because the pressure is expressed in atmosphere, we use value of R is equal to 0.08206 liter and multiply with atmosphere per Kelvin into mole inverse. In order to solve the volume, in order to solve for volume in liters, V is equal to nRT upon P. So the value of N will be 1 mole and value of R multiplied 0.08206 liter into atmosphere per Kelvin into mole and 298.15 Kelvin divided by 1 atmosphere. The whole calculation result 24.5 liter. The ideal gas equation, standard temperature and pressure. STP, which is denoted by STP, are a special set of conditions where pressure is 1 atmosphere, temperature is 0 degree centigrade to 73.15 Kelvin. The volume occupied by 1 mole of an ideal gas is then 22.41 liter. So PV is equal to nRT. V is equal to 1 mole multiplied with 0.08206 liter into atmosphere per Kelvin into mole inverse and multiply with 273.15 Kelvin divided by 1 atmosphere. So, so the whole calculation result 22.41 liter. Reaction with gases, reactants and products. Although there are no empirical gas laws that focus on the relationship between N and P, it is possible to rearrange the ideal gas equation to find the relationship. PV is equal to nRT. Rearrangement of this reaction can be N is equal to P multiplied with V upon RT. The change in pressure in a reaction vessel can be used to determine how many moles of gaseous reactants are consumed. So, delta N is equal to delta P multiplied with V upon RT. The problem will be calculate the mass of oxygen produced by the decomposition of potassium chloride when 821 milliliter of oxygen is collected over water at 30.0 degrees centigrade and 1.015 atmosphere. The solution of this problem will be convert to moles of oxygen using the ideal gas equation and then find mass. PV is equal to nRT. So N is equal to PV upon RT. The value of P will be 0.973158 atmosphere multiplied with 0.821 liter divided by 0.08206 liter atmosphere per mole Kelvin multiply with 303.15 Kelvin. The result of our calculation will be 0.032117 moles of oxygen. So the 0.032117 moles of oxygen multiply with 32, which is mass of oxygen in grams divided by mole. So the result will be 1.03 gram of oxygen.